I'm showing here what economists call purchasing power parity, which is a relationship between the inflation rates in two different countries and the exchange rate. So if the inflation rate in the US, for example, was higher than the inflation rate in Europe, you would expect by this relationship that the exchange rate between the two countries, the dollar exchange rate, would be depreciating against the euro. Now I want to use this to talk about central bank policy. The point being that in the 19th century, the goal of central banks was to keep exchange rates pegged against gold, with the effect of pegging this number here. The bilateral exchange rate was not moving beyond the gold points, so-called gold points. That was the point of stabilization of the system, and it implied indirectly stabilization of inflation relative to other countries. Now in the 21st century, the story is different. Okay, countries are trying to target the inflation rates domestically, star for target, and they're trying to manipulate their interest rates domestically in order to achieve those targets. And if they do achieve those targets, then there will be a stabilization of the long run exchange rate. But that's only in the long run. These interest rate movements have consequences for the short run exchange rate, such that the exchange rate is not stable at all. As a matter of fact, the exchange rate changes over time, and the relevant arbitrage conditions are not purchasing power parity, but rather covered interest parity and uncovered interest parity, about which we'll be hearing more.